Identification.
I'm gonna keep it real. What? I feel like what the characters he's choosing do have an advantage competitively, but I think ultimately because of that backdash invincibility, you know, I truly think that grappler characters cannot really be optimal, you know, at the highest level. Like, what I mean is that backdash invincibility basically covers both options. It covers an attack and a grab attempt. So because of that, and because you could get counter hit so easily for trying that, outside of, like I said, the only exception to that is if they're trying to do drive impact, or they you know for a fact that they missed, you know, an opportunity and you're trying to counter hit them. Like, for example, like Ryu does a hard punch uppercut or EX uppercut, you block it. Ken, same thing, you block it. And then, you know, with E Honda, even though E Honda I think has better combinations, I feel like it's justifiable to do a command grab with Blanca, even though you could probably get more damage doing something a little bit heavier than that. I would always recommend doing a combo that does a lot of damage but doesn't necessarily spend so many resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna do a drive rush combo or any combination, you know, I would probably save it, you know, for you know, I would save the meter for not being able to parry or you know, so you could parry or drive impact back. But it's like I said, unless people know about the backdash invincibility, like, grapplers on paper and like choosing them it seems like a wise decision, and they are good in the right hands. But if people really know about that backdash invincibility and how it could just crush a grappler, like, from even trying to play that way, you know that's the real reason I say it, is that like right now I was playing a Minot player, tried to command grab me. I got the backdash I wanted by doing the double tap on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as I know, she can't combo off of crouching medium unless she combos off it, right? But the reason I was playing offline, so I was mash and grab harder than I had to, and I think I did a double backdash instead because I thought the first one didn't come out, so I did it again. But like I said, I personally think that backdash invincibility makes it so that grapplers are they're good, but they're not really. I don't know how to explain it, man. That backdash invincibility, I think it just shuts down the grappler entirely, and once you take away that option, which the double tap on the backdash, basically the only thing they can do is try to hit low. But either way, I don't think any of the grappler characters can actually combo after their crouching medium kick. Like, if the crouching medium kick hits you, it's probably going to hit you out of the air, so you're going to automatically be able to block as soon as, like, he won't be able to combo it. You know, depending on the situation, I guess, you know, it makes a sense. But like I said, I don't know. I always thought the backdash invincibility took away the grappler's best tool and allowed you to counter hit them anywhere on the screen. And that's like, I don't know. I'm not saying they can't win. I'm not saying you can't win as a grappler, because I play E Honda and Blanca, but I don't necessarily play them as grapplers. You know what I mean? That's a huge reason why I win more than I lose, is because I don't try to, like, I don't pick a specific archetype for fighting games and go, okay, well, you know, because it's a grappler, I have to grab. No, there's actually, in my opinion, I feel like there's more strength. There's more strength in playing a grappler and not grabbing than there is playing a grappler and grabbing all the time. You know, the reason why you don't grab all the time, even though you have a grappler, is because it leads your opponent to believe that you never go for it. He doesn't have to worry about you grabbing. Some players are going to hold up no matter what. And once you anti-air them a few times, If they don't change their game plan, well, then, you know, they never wanted to win in the first place. There's players that no matter how many times you try to counter hit them for doing a specific thing, they're going to keep going for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that backdash invincibility, man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying you can't win with a grappler. I'm just saying that if you do win with a grappler, it'll be because of what I'm saying. What I say about how to play them is, in my opinion, is the best way. Because you're only trying to grab them, command grab them during like drive impacts. That's an understandable reason to use it. You know, that's a logical reason to use it is during drive impact, because drive impact loses to grabs, especially command grabs. You know, especially Zangief's light punch command grab that has so much range. And like basically grabs him at a drive impact at any possible situation point. You know what I'm saying? Blanca's command grab is probably the weakest out of all the command grabs, because I have done his command grab to drive impact and still actually lost to it. So it just goes to show you that like his command grab is probably the worst out of every character in the game. Not only because it's so obvious, but because, you know, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like his play style doesn't really reward him for going for command grab. You know what I'm saying? Other than, like I said, counter hit is the only time I ever commit to doing a command grab with Blanca. If you ever see me command grab my opponent, it's probably, I did it one time out of like 30 or 50 or like an outrageous number like that. And I know a lot of my opponents will go, okay, well, I'll just try to block everything. Well, you have to worry about that command grab too. So like I said, that does make them good because the threat of the command grab is there. But if you notice, all the command grab characters, with the exception of Blanca, they cannot combo or super off of their crouching medium kick. So like most certainly you'll probably want to rely on crouching medium punch instead, like a normal attack that actually special move cancels or can drive rush cancel from it. At least you'll get your pressure back, even if you make a mistake. Like if you hit them out of the air during the backdash instead of comboing them, you know what I'm saying? I would at least switch to that. But you know, like I said, I always thought, you know, the way they designed the game, I feel like it caters more to zoners than it does to grapplers for sure. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, someone on TikTok or YouTube decided to put a video about it. I'm saying it because, you know, I play a lot of fighting games and it's like, you know, I feel like at the highest level, in theory, they are good. If your like reaction is as good as a machine, which most people are not, you know, it's very difficult to win with them at the highest level. You know, you're going to have to do a lot of parrying and like, you know, a lot of blocking, you know what I'm saying? And if I was playing Mana, whatever her name is, Mana, the grappler bitch, you know, if I was playing her in the game, you know, I would probably save all my meter and just use a level 1 instead. I would not try to save it for that level 3 super. You know, realistically, you know, her anti-air game is not all that. You know, her invincible reversal game is not all that. You know, so these are plenty of reasons why I think, like, you know, there's better grapplers out there. In my opinion, like, I think E Honda's the best in the entire game for now. You know, there's another grappler about to come out soon. But, you know, I think he's the most well-rounded grappler in the entire game. And I just feel like, why wouldn't you pick him? You know, he has an easy combo game. You know, his 100-hand slap combos on any version of the 100-hand slap into the level 3, which is down, back, punch. But if you do one down, back for the 100-hand slap, basically it gives you the other one for free, basically, for just doing another quarter circle punch. Back punch. You know, if you do it fast enough, like I do, like I said, obviously you can hit them low, but I think I could down back and then just press back and it'll still count as a backdash. So I'll block your low attack and I'll backdash if you try to grab me. Because I think down back represents both back and down back. So like when I try to tap back after pressing down back, I don't know 100% certain online if it's gonna work out, but
Let's get this mission started.
okay, boys, we got a real match here. Nice. I pressed it. I pressed the drive impact. It did not come out. Oh man. Oh man. This ain't Street Fighter no more, man. It really is not Street Fighter no more. This shit whack, yo. Air grab. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're gonna give him a fucking frame trap out of a fucking... Let's go, baby. It's never enough, is it? Woo! I knew you would get arrogant. I knew you would get arrogant with the projectile. I knew it. Got it. You got to. I know he wanted that jump in. Come on with the hard kick after it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Of course, he gets the crossover too. Come on, man! I get stuck in the motherfucking... I mean, are you fucking kidding me, man? How long do I have to stand there parrying for, man? Fucking garbage. There you go. There you go. There you go. Talent at its finest here at Street Fighter headquarters. The worst fucking game developers of all time. Look at that. Fuck you fucking game designer, you're whack. You're fucking whack. You're whack. course he does. Of course he does, man. He doesn't have to be good. Of course he does. He doesn't have to be good. He doesn't have to be good. I'm drive rushing the fucking drive impact, and he's still able to fucking counter hit me before I can make a fucking action. It's crazy. It's terrible game designs, terrible game developers, man. Swear to God, bro. You guys are the worst in the business, man. I don't care. Call it bullying, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it telling the fucking truth about a bunch of fucking shady fucking businessmen from Capcom USA, man, that have been screwing over the fucking public and getting away with it for too long, man. Your fucking game developers are whack. You're garbage, man. I don't know how you ever made $1 selling games, bro. I swear to God, bro. I wish I could go back in time in a fucking time machine and completely try to boycott you from the very fucking beginning, bro. I swear to God, man. I wish I could go back in time and literally just boycott them from ever becoming fucking rich and successful selling terrible fucking games like this in the very beginning. I swear to God, bro. It's not really fair, man, that a player like that has no fucking talent whatsoever, that plays a fucking mediocre fucking game where you just, you know what I'm saying? Whether he throws a sonic boom on block or on fucking hit, it don't fucking matter. He never has to answer for fucking being wrong in the game. You know, it's crazy, man. He's gonna put a wall of projectiles so you can't drive impact anything he does. You can't attack. You can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason I picked fucking Ryu and put an end to it. That's why I picked Ryu against guys like that who think they're fucking dope and have no real fucking talent. That's why I picked Ryu for guys like that. That's the main reason I do it. Because they think they're so fucking brilliant and they think they're just gonna throw fucking projectiles and get away with it. And it's not the way the game should be played. It's not the way the game should be allowed. It's not the way the game should be played. They're still making the same mistakes from the very past when they first fucking created the game. And the Japanese are so fucking retarded that they don't know how to fucking fix it and make it fucking better because they're fucking retarded. I don't care who the fuck hears me. That's exactly what the fuck those fucking Chinese pieces of shit are. It really is, man. I swear to God, bro, they're the worst in the entire fucking world. When it comes to designing fighting games, they're the fucking worst, and I'm never gonna change my mind about that, bro. When you see me streaming Mortal Kombat and Tekken and Street Fighters no longer exist in my fucking library, you're gonna understand why, man. Because if you ever fucking play this game, you'll realize everything that I was fucking saying about it is terrible, man. It's fucking terrible, man. And if you don't think that the very developers try to play against you by playing cheap as fuck and playing cheap colors that I mentioned about and jab and grab you the whole fucking time, they do that. They do that. Don't think they don't. And I spank all those guys too. Even the developer I guarantee you, the developer who created Mortal Kombat played against me, and I fucking spanked his ass. And you want to know why I spanked him? Because he's just a fucking developer, and he'll never understand what it is to be a fucking fan of something. Because when you develop something, you'll never accept that someone critiques or fucking says anything bad about the way you design it. No matter how fucking terrible it is, you're not trying to hear that shit. It don't matter. It don't matter what the fuck it is. But it's clearly obvious to me that the Japanese don't like Capcom USA. Capcom Japan doesn't like Capcom USA. I said it time and time again. They don't like you guys. I don't know why you do business with them. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you don't just pay a team of guys that knows how to make a good fighting game, like the guys who made KI for Xbox One. I don't understand why you just don't pay guys like that in the first place. Because this company does make money. I don't know how the fuck they make money anymore, because every game that they fucking put out is literally the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never going to forgive them for that, and I'm never going to change my fucking mind about it. I'm never going to fucking change my mouth about it. I don't like Capcom USA. I think they're the worst game developers of all time. And you want to know why? Because they don't give a fuck about the fans. They show their true colors, and all they ever were was a bunch of shady businessmen that got away with too much. And that's the goddamn truth, man. Your games are whack, man. Every fucking... The only good fighting game developers are WB Games and Bandai Namco. That's it. And Sega. That's it. Capcom Japan is the worst fucking game developing studio in the world, and so is Neo Geo, so is fucking SNK Playmore. All garbage. They are all garbage. The only thing they know how to do good is draw. That's it. The only thing they know how to do is that's actually good is draw and do the cinematics and shit like that. That's the only thing they know how to do good. The programmers that they have in Japan are fucking garbage. They are the worst in the entire fucking world. I swear to God, man. I don't care who hears me. I don't care what Asian guy gets offended that sells video games in New York City. I don't give a fuck. That guy's a piece of shit, just like almost every other person out here is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit whack as fuck, and everything I'm saying is true about it. That's why I picked fucking Ryu in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's why I picked Ryu in the first place. The guy doesn't have to have any talent whatsoever. I cross him up, and what does he do? Down, up, kick. Doesn't matter what direction I land, down, up, kick. It covers the ground, it covers the air, it covers fucking normal attacks, it covers everything, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You guys don't know how to design a game, man. You really don't. You really don't, man. It's the honest truth. Guys, you know what I'm saying? If you see me streaming any game, it won't be this, man. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I know a lot of you guys regret buying Street Fighter 6 like I did. The only way to ever get them to change is to boycott them. I promise you that. When they start feeling that the fans no longer give a fuck about their company and are not supporting any of their games anymore, they're gonna fucking feel stupid as fuck, and they're gonna realize that they threw everything down the fucking drain. They chose being shady businessmen and getting fucking money and buying real assets and shit like that with it. They chose that over keeping their fans happy, and that's what they're always gonna do. They're always gonna be like that, man. When it comes to white businessmen, they don't give a fuck about nobody else, man. They don't. They don't, man. They don't. I don't care who hears me and none of that shit. They're all the same shit, bro. I've seen too many in my life, bro, and I'm telling you, they're all the same shit. For real, man. This is a prime example of that. Capcom USA is a prime example of businessmen that are pieces of shit out here in the United States. If that's not a prime example of businessmen that are shady, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what is then. I really don't, man. That's a prime example. That matchup that I just had with a Gao player, what did he do? Explain to me, what did he do? Exactly, man. A talentless player that has no fucking talent should not be able to compete at all. And that's what he is. And that's what he is. That's a prime example of that. That's why no one likes your game, man. Take it how you want to take it. Take it as a grain of salt, whatever the fuck you want. But this shit, Street Fighter 6 is garbage. You're better off buying Mortal Kombat. You're better off buying Mortal Kombat 1. I promise you, if you want to know what a fighting game is supposed to be, Mortal Kombat 1 is a better definition of what fighting games are supposed to be. And that's something Capcom USA has a lot to learn. You know, they have a lot to learn. You know, they chose being shady businessmen, and I hope it comes back to backfire and fucking bite them in the ass, and I hope they fucking have to live with that for the rest of their life. I hope for all eternity, no one ever buys nothing you make, nothing you publish, nothing you develop. I swear to God, I really mean that with all my heart, man. You are the fucking worst game developers in the world, and I want the whole world to know it.
Broadcast.